Hello, I'm Dr. D, and thanks again for being with me. I'm so looking forward to our reading of the day. When we ask the guides, when we ask those sources beyond the personal self, that place of expanded consciousness, to speak to us, it's always rather surprising what comes in. It opens chambers of our psyche to slightly different realities. It tunes us in to events that might be waiting for us down the path so that we are more aware, so that we are more aligned with the flow of our own destiny. It's beneficial to step into multidimensional realms before we come back into our familiar dimension. So today I invite you to do one of two things. Either just say to the guides, speak to me, I'm totally open to your message. Or, if you prefer, bring to them an issue for clarification, an issue that would benefit by their greater wisdom and their perspective. And as we choose the cards, and as I interpret the cards, hear in those words, or even the subtext of those words, what the message is for you. That is how we gain the most benefit from all sacred divination. We see one thing in another. We hear a message, and yet we receive the sub-message. We receive, or the overarching message. It speaks to us in our psyche, even as our ears are hearing words. And so watch for that. And my prayer as I begin, as always, is that every word said here today will be truly for your highest good on all levels. Thank you. So let us move out of ordinary worldly space into that sublime space where miracles happen. Now that we're in the company of the great ones, let's see what they have to say to us today. Cards will just draw your attention. They'll seem to come out rather all on their own. This one is hesitant about whether it wants to be here or not. It says maybe you'll need this and maybe you won't. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set it kind of up above here, and we will then see what it is. And finally, this is asking me to take it here. Two of Clubs is the card of learning. All right, this is an amazing day for you to learn something new, something that's important to you that will further you ahead in your life. It could be a piece of information that you come across that someone tells you that if you integrate that into what you're doing, it will make a big difference. Or if you follow that lead, it will lead somewhere great. It might be a realization, a kind of revelation that you have about a situation, about someone, something you're doing. It's like eureka. And you could definitely trust that in the direction that it leads. So be the cosmic student today. Keep your ears and eyes open. Let everything teach you as you go through your ordinary day, and you will come back with a true treasure. The Eight of Spades is the card of great depth. It's the card psychologically of the unconscious, spiritually the card of the expanded psyche and multidimensional realms. I really feel that right now you are more integrated with, more in contact with, more calibrated with, I'm not quite sure what word to use, with multidimensional realities of your own being. Now, this could take so many forms. The one that comes to me is, of course, one that's close to my heart. Our soul lives on many dimensions at once, in many dimensions at once, and in many time-space continuums at once. We might shorten that by saying we have past lives, which still, in some very real way, are alive and living in us today. They are part of us. They influence us. They teach us. They sometimes bring up problems that never got resolved in the long trek of our soul's history. So that is one possible application of this card today, that a past life or a issue between you and another person is being very influenced by a multidimensional reality, which maybe can't be explained by the current situation. And the other interpretation that the guides just gave me that they want me to say out loud is that you are especially in touch with the accumulated learning of your various incarnations. Put another way, of your soul's co-present extensions into what we would call past, present, and future. Therefore, you're 100 times smarter than usual today. You will be picking up understanding, knowledge, ideas, creativity, ways of doing things, maybe a caution of some kind, which is given to you totally for your safety, maybe an encouragement of some kind, but it seems to come from a very deep place, and you'll feel the kind of reverberation in you. That's how you know it's from the depths. So honor that, listen to it, and you'll know how to act upon it. This is the card of disappointment. It is possible that there will be a situation that evolves that you'll feel a kind of a tug or a pang of disappointment around, but they want to assure you that it is totally in divine order, that it actually is part of this cosmic unfolding of who you are and the learning that you're undertaking now. So that is one possibility. If there should be some kind of downturn today, please don't regard that as permanent. Don't regard it as, oh, this is really terrible. Say, in fact, perhaps you do this, but for some people it sounds a little radical to look at every so-called disappointment or so-called negative thing that happens and say it when it faces you. Thank you for your gift. Yield your gift to me. Give me your gift. And you'll be so astonished at what happens next when you do that. The other aspect of this disappointing card, especially since it's upside down, meaning it's maybe very deep or underground or has been with you a long time, is that this is an opportunity for some old sorrow to find resolution, to be healed. Sometimes old disappointments need to rise to the surface of awareness so we can look at them, so we can give them fresh air. It's almost like an old sealed tomb from centuries ago. There's that kind of dark, putrid air in it first that escapes, and then the fresh air rushes in. And that's how it is with some of these sorrows that we carry, maybe carry generationally from your parents or your grandparents. Today is a day when the fresh air could come into them. So really trust that they're there for a reason, and you're looking them straight in the eye and saying, give me your gift, and I will give you mine. All right, let's see what this card was here that wanted to come out and yet didn't quite reveal itself to me. Only the best card in the deck. This is the Ten of Hearts, card of the guardian angels, the card of ultimate protection and companionship and nurturing. It's the card of all is well. There's a little saying that goes with this card that I was taught when I learned to read cards at 15 years old, and that is, let go and let God. And that just moves me every time I think of it. So we're asked to let go maybe of some of the burdens or the concerns or the worries or trying to figure out that is happening in our life right now, and give it to higher hands, give it to a divine consciousness, because that divine consciousness is with us every moment of the day. And because it came up right now, they want you to know you're especially close to it. You can call upon it, and you can feel the breath of fresh air, the transformation. So, is this going to be like a ho-hum day? I don't think so. I think there is so much important learning for you, a connection with other lifetimes and deeper issues that are going to come into some kind of new grander resolution, perhaps the healing of an old sorrow, and a true sense that you are with God and God is with you. So could not be happier with this reading. Thank you, guides. As always, we thank the guides for their ever-present, ever-willing communication with us. And I ask once more that every blessing that was given us today go straight into your heart, go straight into your life, so that you can interact with it and really see the beauty and the splendor and the loving protection and blessedness of who you are. I really enjoyed that. You can see I'm full of the glow of, especially of that Ten of Hearts. So thank you for being with me. We do this together. We are connected, even though unseen. And I offer you such blessings on every level of your life, and look forward to when we meet again and ask the guides.